Here we have the current stock market update for SoFi Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Before we begin, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So here what we're looking at is the daily price chart. Each candle on this price chart represents a one full day trading period. And as we can see here, share prices are now starting to sort of accelerate in downside momentum. This near-term low that we're seeing comes in at $6.75. And this is largely expected activity now that we have lost the support zone coming in at $7.15. So in this video, I will be outlining some important support and resistance levels that hopefully traders can be using to develop some profitable trading strategies for this stock going forward. So as things currently stand, there is a significant amount of trend momentum that is being focused here on the downside. I have been looking at the prior comments. A lot of the comments are addressing the need for options contracts, people trading options contracts, selling pressure that has been, inspired by or created by options trading. Um, the goal here is not to completely dismiss what goes on with options contracts, but what I think is important to understand here within the share prices themselves, and that should not be missed here, is the fact that any selling pressure that's present in the market, any downside selling pressure, is going to be grinding through buy orders that are currently in place in the market. So I don't think that we can simply ignore these price movements and sort of justify them by saying, well, they're only coming because there are options contracts that are expiring. There are traders that need these trend waves to unfold to the downside so that these options contracts can expire in profitability and things like that. I don't think that they can simply be written off like that, because as this occurs, what is happening is that there is going to be a long series of buy orders that will be tripped and triggered during this process, and you're sort of filling all of these buy orders in the process. So if you're going to simply dismiss these downside price movements as coming as the result of options trading and things like that, I think that you're missing key parts of the equation here, because those buy orders that were filled are not going to simply come back just because there was prior options trading activity there. So I do think that it's important to watch for these breaks of support and resistance levels, because this is what gives us the best indication of where share prices are heading next, what the actual trend is, and where the majority of the market momentum currently rests. So if we're looking at the indicator reading on this price chart, this is, as I said, the hourly time frame. So this is a critical indicator reading, and more important than, say, a 5-minute chart or something like that. What we can see is that there's some interesting developments that are starting to occur here. There's no doubt that there is a wave of downside selling pressure that is unfolding here. But if we look at the longer term, nature of the trend here, there is more positive momentum than negative momentum. And in other words, the positive momentum does currently outweigh the negative momentum. And I do think that overall, this does suggest that share price movements to the downside can remain limited. And this is why I think it's important to use Fibonacci retracement zones as the potential signal for upcoming support zones, because there is underlying share price momentum here that should help to generate bounces here going forward. So one level that I would now be pointing to the downside would be the 78.6% fib level. Currently, where this is seen is right around $6.51. We are seeing a bit of a near-term bounce here, so it's possible that we don't even reach this area. But I do overall expect, at the moment at least, expect for share price action to be contained by this $6.50 level. And then, in addition to that, any selling pressure that does exist in the market could start to abate in advance of this level, due to the fact that it could be working as as a support zone, and then the underlying trend momentum in the relative strength index reading is continuing to point in the positive direction. So, these trend waves here to the downside have become quite forceful. We're currently trading below the entire exponential moving average cluster. The share price movement, as I said, has created near-term lows coming in at $6.75. But I think that we're starting to create a scenario here where downside is going to continue to be limited. If we did see this ultimate price low generate at $6.75, that would mean that there is a bit of distance here between the 78.6% retracement and current price levels. So, this does sort of give traders an area of support here, or sort of a cushion, protective area of support that could be used to start to build long positions at these lower levels. So, even if we are seeing share price selling that is based on options trading activity, this can be used to, generate and renew some positions, to start to enter positions from the long side, based on the expectation that ultimate trend direction here, it does remain in the positive direction, and that the momentum that we're seeing here does continue to point in the upward direction. So overall, I wouldn't be overly concerned here unless we were to break below this $6.50 level. If this were to occur, the most likely scenario at that point would be calling for a full retracement of this prior trending move. So if I didn't say that previously, the trending move that we're looking at here is the move from 601 to $8.30. So if we did break below this $6.50 level, the most likely scenario at that point would then be a retest of that $6 support zone. However, if we do start to break here to the top side, if we do find some support right around $6.50, I would then suggest that this upward trend momentum would be most likely to start to take over, and then ultimately force share prices upward strongly enough that we do start to see a reduction or a break in this downside trend momentum that has been in place since roughly the middle of July. So, there are some factors to watch here. I don't completely disregard the options trading activity, but you have to understand, you have to also appreciate the effect that this has on share prices themselves, and the underlying buy and sell orders that are in place in the market. If those orders are being filled, they can't just be dismissed. They can't just be disregarded, because in many cases, those buy orders will not be returning. They've already been filled. So I don't think that that's something that we can completely dismiss. So here's the current stock market update for SoFi Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.